What's up, YouTubers and He-Man fans? Welcome back. Today we are going to be taking a look at the brand new, newly released Masters of the Universe Revelations Tri-klops figure. I found this today at my local Target, so be on the lookout. They are starting to hit stores now. And of course this falls under the deluxe release, just like the Faker figure. I apologize for the glare right off the bat, but here you can see Tri-klops and his additional robe. On the side here is an amazing drawing of Tri-klops, and again, here's what he looks like in the cartoon, holding that black, or that cup of black ooze from the motherboard. Looking at the back of the box, again, another really amazing drawing back here, and once again, I really appreciate all the different artwork that they're putting into these packagings. On the bottom of the box is the release figures in this wave. Over here on the side is the actual bio, and feel free to pause the video so you can read that if you like. Basically, it says Tri-klops, evil, and sees everything. And it goes on to tell you a little bit about the cartoon and his role in the cartoon. Looking at the side of the box, again it says Tri-klops, and again it says evil and sees everything. Alright, coming back around to the front. Once again, if you're a mint and box collector, fantastic way to display this on your shelf. Well, we're going to open them up and check them out. Alright, I've taken everything out of the packaging and laid it out in front of us so we can go over all the accessories and everything that was included. And of course over here, this stand is not included, but I wanted to set up his ceremonial robe just so you can get a better look at it. Over here, there's this maroon robe that goes underneath that black ceremonial robe. He also comes with this fantastic looking sword that's in his hand. I'll let him hold on to that while I show you real briefly. Nice orange hilt and silver blade. He also comes with an additional set of hands here, and these are open waving type hands. And I really like how they actually added the detail of that computerized etching on the back side of his hands here. Place these down right here, and next we're going to take a look at the maroon cloak or robe that he comes with. This is a nice soft goods robe. It's made out of a stretchy material, and right here you can see it's held together with Velcro. And this basically just slides over Tri-klops, and of course there's slots for his arms right here. Alright, let me see if I can do this without knocking it over. Again, this stand is not included, but this head is. This is the additional head that you see in the cartoon. The large black crown on top, and you can see there's eyes all the way around. And this is articulated, so this does spin. So you have a choice of 3 different sets of eyes. Really glad that they included that in this figure, because that's what Tri-klops of course is known for. Alright, and last, but certainly not least, he comes with this ceremonial robe. And right out of the gate, I gotta tell you, this thing is absolutely fantastic. I like these white tassels with these evil looking Xbox buttons on the side. It's in black and red. Nice soft goods cape on the back. Great looking detail and tight paintwork all the way around, and of course there's a strap that's underneath that wraps around his waist to keep the robe on him. Let's bring in Tri-klops next. Again, here's another look at that sword. And you know what, I think I'm going to take this out of his hand so we don't keep hitting the camera. And my first impressions, Mattel really hit it out of the park again. I really love the green, the dark green and light green that they used on his body armor. Of course, he's got these orange spikes. Nice black flat-topped head. Of course, he also has 3 eyeballs that is articulated. And this is new, so it's a little stiff, but these do spin around. Great looking face sculpt, or chin and nose, if you will. Nice soft brown loincloth. His skin tone is rather tan, and it looks like it's coming off as orange on the camera, but it is actually tan. Look at the back side here. Again, all that wonderful detail of his body armor carries around the back here. Nice green detail, and one thing to note, on each one of his shoulders he has these computerized circles right here. So they actually pulled that right out of the Netflix series and incorporated it onto the actual figure. I thought that was a great touch. Now, whether you're a fan of the Netflix series or not, there's no denying that these figures are absolutely fantastic. I think I'll pause the camera, I'll put on all this additional gear, and we'll see what he looks like. Alright, here we have Tri-klops in his technological cult leader outfit, and once again he looks like he just jumped right out of the animated series and onto my desk. This thing is absolutely amazing and completely changes the look of the figure. I'll bring him in nice and close, and Here we can see what it looks like with all this wonderful gear on. Again, there's those white, evil-looking tassels, nice and flexible. A nice long tassel or guard in the front here, which is black with red trim, and it's nice and flexible. Of course, this material is stretchy like we talked about. I had zero problem getting this on the figure. With those additional open hands, he looks like he's praying to the motherboard. Of course, there's that crazy large helmet. Really fantastic looking black satiny loose cape, and I really enjoy how that just drapes off the back of the character. Again, I'm a sucker for soft goods. Of course, with this head, he still does have articulation. I wanted to show that while this head was on, before we go through the articulation of the entire figure. Can't wait to see what the trap jaw figure is going to look like, and of course, I believe he's going to come with a similar type of robe, so it'll be interesting to see what these two look like standing side by side. I went ahead and took off the gown and put on his regular gear here. Thought it'd be just a little bit easier to show you all the different articulation with this outfit on as opposed to the other. So let's start with his head as we usually do. This of course rotates around like we saw earlier on. His head rotates left and right. He looks up about this far. And he tucks his chin in really well. Great range of motion on these heads for these Masterverse figures, and get all sorts of dynamic and expressive poses just with the head alone. Coming down to the shoulders, of course these rotate 360 degrees. See what kind of T pose he gets. Put both of his arms up. There we go. Looking at the bicep next, there's a swivel. I can hold that. Swivel right here. Of course he's got double jointed elbows. And with those big muscles, you're only going to get about this far. Alright, we'll come down to the wrists next. Of course, both of his hands rotate around. This hand is on a hinge. Moves in this direction. And I believe the same for the other hand. Let's check it out. Yep, it moves in the same direction. Up and down. Like this. Now, just like all the other figures, he has a cut in his midsection. And unfortunately, I've tried moving this off camera, and for some reason, there's not a lot of range of motion in that midsection. And I'm not sure if that's due to this armor and the strapping, but it'll go back about that far, but it keeps springing forward. So that's too bad. And of course, there's really no crunch here. So I don't know if it's just my figure or the way that this armor is on the figure. Alright, let's go down to the waist next. Of course, you can rotate left and right. No problem at all. Come down to the legs. This is nice and flexible, so it'll get out of the way. Alright, he has a thigh cut. These rotate like this. Do the splits really well. Let's see how far back his leg will go in the walking position. Yeah, that works. And of course, you know what's coming. He can Spartan kick forward this far.
This is Sparta!
Alright, let's come down to his knees next. These are double jointed. Turn to the side here so you can get a better look at this. Nice range of motion here. Of course, he has the boot cut. Straighten out his leg here, and this rotates right here. Come down to his foot. He can point his toe down this far. Point his toe up. Now both of these feet are on a rocker, so these rotate back and forth. And on the bottom there's holes for a foot peg or a figure stand. So all in all, a really fantastic figure with a lot of articulation. Now even though the packaging's, boasts 30 points of articulation, I'm going to minus some points just because of that cut on his midsection that really didn't work. But what I want to do is, I'm going to grab He-Man here, bring him in on camera, and let's see what his articulation looks like again. There is some movement on this He-Man figure, and be it that these are both on the same body type, see, he can go back and forth a little bit, and unfortunately I can't get that on the Tri-klops figure. There is a little bit of side-to-side motion here, and you can see it springs back, and that's just due to the oval shape of his upper body. So I'm not really sure what happened at Tri-klops, but I did want to bring He-Man in to show you that it actually does work on the other figures. But Tri-klops just doesn't want to cooperate on camera, I guess. Well, that's going to wrap up another review of these Masterverse figures, and I have to tell you, my army is definitely growing. Really enjoying these figures that they released, and I can't wait to see all the other figures that are getting released. So if you're looking for Tri-klops, again, I found them at Target. What they're doing is they're resetting their shelving right after the holidays, so now's a good time to go hunting and see if you can grab them. And with that, of course, I'd like to thank you for watching, and if you like what you see, join the community. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for future notifications of upcoming videos. And, most importantly, help a fellow collector out and share your knowledge.